Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Alpha Life here. We are moving on with our final destroyer, the amazing, gorgeous, incredible Dragoon. As you can see, this is a very nice ship that I like very much. Even though it looks like a little space brick, I think that's good enough for it. So, what are we gonna be using this Dragoon for? Of course, we're gonna be using it for high-sec combat exploration. And how are we going to be doing that? Well, that's fairly easy. We're going to go around to see our fitting. So we're going to start up with our high slots, first of all, and we're going to be using three dual modulated light energy beam ones. We're going to be using one core probe launcher one with 8 core scanner probes so that we can scan those combat sites. And because we have an extra slot, we could also fit a missile launcher, but I think it's better to put up a drone link Augmentor 1. Why? This is going to give us better drone range, increases drone control range. So this one is going to allow us to throw our drones up to 60 kilometers, as you can see right here. Now, let's move on to the mid slots. In the mid slots, we're going to be having a 5MN YT8 compact Microwarpdrive to be able to move around very fast through the combat sites, because that's really going to help us and really going to save our asses more than once. Next, we're going to move on to the small compact PV acid cap battery and an Eutectic compact cap recharger. Those two will help us with our cap stability. Now, for the low slots, we're going to be using a damage control tech 1. Why? Because it's cheap, and I didn't think we could fit the tech 2 because of the CPU. As you can see, this fit is a little bit tight, so train up those engineering skills. Next, we're going to move to two AEK compact drone damage amplifiers. Of course, they are a little expensive, but the good thing is that we can get them from ratting. We can get them from the rats, either from high-sec rats or low-sec rats. We can definitely get these modules. And finally, we're gonna move on to a small ACM compact armor repair. Why a compact one? Well, again, because the CPU is rather tight. Then we move on to the rigs. We're gonna move on to a small processor overclocking unit 1 so that it helps us a little bit with that CPU problem, and two small capacitor control circuit 1 so that they help us with that cap stability. Now, in the drone bay, because this is a drone boat, we're gonna be having a bunch, as many as you can fit, Acolyte ones. Why? Because they are super cheap and we don't really care if we lose them. We're gonna get more as we kill some rats. And two Infiltrators, because those will allow us to make a little bit more damage, but I believe only using Acolyte ones is more than good enough. Finally, we're gonna have some different ammunition for a bit longer range, some 3 standard S ammunitions, and this is what we're gonna be using to run 3 out of 10s, lookouts, hideouts apparently, some refuges, and some hideaways. The good thing about this fit is that with this Sanchez, we can actually get the 3 out of 10 escalation from just running the refuges and hideaways, and we really like that, because that way we don't have to be scanning all the time to try and get that nice coveted 3 out of 10 like we were fighting to get in the Minmetar series. So this is gonna be a little bit easier to obtain a 3 out of 10. And now let's simulate the fit so that you can see what do I mean by cap stability, because it doesn't look very cap stable. So if we turn our Microwarpdrive off, we are absolutely cap stable. And how about if we only leave the Microwarpdrive on, we are also cap stable. So this is really going to help us either kite or tank. We're gonna choose what we want to do depending on the room that we are dealing with. For the 3 out of 10, I recommend a lot kiting, and for the rest, I do recommend a lot just the tanking, but that Microwarpdrive is really going to come in handy. So, you might be wondering, why the Dragoon? Well, let's go to the ship tree to see. As you might remember, the Coercer has been the ship, the destroyer, that we've been using for low-sec ratting and for some T0 abyssals as a beginner. Now, the reason for this is because it gets bonuses to small energy turret, to small energy turret tracking, and activation cost, and for the optimal range. This is gonna be great, but mainly for those things, because it doesn't have an extra high slot that doesn't require a turret. we don't really want to use it for combat exploration. Of course, you can run it in hideaways and refuges, but you will not be able to scan down any other sites. However, the Dragoon gives us a 10% bonus to drone hit points and damage, and it gives us some Nosferatu bonuses, which we will not be using right now, but could be handy if we ever go into PvP. The other good thing will be the roll bonus, which is the 25% to drone maximum velocity. That means that they will move around in between these spaces a lot faster and get from rat to rat a lot faster, which is really, really nice. So let's get out there and start running this site so that you guys can see how well it does. So we have moved around a little bit in space and we have found a blood hideout. So we might or might not be able to actually run it because I believe the hideouts are only for frigates, but let's try it and see whether if the gate will actually let us in. If not, well, we will go back to the hideaway we were running. But yeah, let's check it. Yep, apparently we are able to go inside. Fortunately, our Microwarpdrive gets us to that gate as fast as possible. So that message before said that we needed to destroy the Blood Raider Chapel. So we are getting the drones to get to work a little bit while we approach the chapel. Let's see, it's this one. So yeah, hopefully we will get something good out of this site. Oh, and we got a wormhole from the scanning. That's alright. Well, so far I would say that we haven't gotten anything. Let's go kill the last few guys and see if we get anything worthwhile. Well, we didn't really get anything worthwhile, so let's move on to the next system and keep on hunting for those great combat sites. So we have scanned down a Sansha lookout, and well, we're gonna try to run it and see how well we do. We are also scanning the rest of the cosmic signatures, just to be sure that we don't have to necessarily run this as fast as possible. But let's activate that acceleration gate while the pros scan down these signatures. We will see that we shouldn't really have any problems with our Dragoon running the site. And well, let's see how well we do. This cosmic signature might actually be another combat site. And fortunately, this is where the Microwarpdrive is definitely going to come in handy so that we can close up these distances as fast as possible. Well, that's really nice. Yeah, I was right. Definitely another combat site. So let's see what we have. And well, we got another lookout, which is, well, it's fine. I mean, we definitely want to run it, but for the video, it's not necessarily going to be the best because, well, we are already running one. So let's see how fast we can take this stuff down. Thanks to being so close, we can now use the multi-frequency crystals. Let's change to the standard crystals, activate that Microwarpdrive, approach the Sunshine Control Center because that's the one we need to destroy, and get ready to just destroy it. Well, unfortunately, in this lookout, we didn't get the true Sasha's spawn, but it's okay. We're gonna try again with the other one. Oh, we have another cosmic signature. Wasn't this the other lookout that we had already found? Let's see where this is. So, let's try to repeat. Oh no, there is our other lookout. I didn't turn the micro warp drive on. Silly me. Okay, it's not here. Well, we got another lookout, so I'm just gonna run these two as fast as possible so that we can get to the next combat site. So I was running some more hideaways and we have finally gotten an escalation. Oh, let's see, where is this escalation? We go to the agency, we go to exploration, and in escalations, in Martha, 7 jumps away. So now the decision is, do we continue with the route that we have been making so far, or do we try to go get this escalation? And I think I'm going to continue the route for now because we can run the escalation whenever within 24 hours. As you can see, we have 23 hours and 58 minutes before it expires. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try to keep going with the route a little bit and see what else we can get. And once we're done with that, we're gonna be running the escalation itself. Okay? Okay. So we are going to be running a 3 out of 10, a Sanchez 3 out of 10. The exact name is the command relay outpost. And well, we got it in low sec in a 0.4 system, but as you will see, we shouldn't really have any problems running it with our Dragoon. And yeah, just like with the Algos in the Galente character, and with the Thrasher in our Minotaur character, we really shouldn't have any trouble running this. I am much more used to Serpentis 3 out of 10s, but well, let's see how we do. So first of all, there are some sentry guns that we're going to want to take out, and we're going to launch our Acolytes, change to long range ammunition, 14 to 16 kilometers, and not start approaching just yet. So yeah, I'm just gonna send the drones away to the guns so that they can start making damage. And now that everyone seems to have responded, we are going to approach slowly but surely. And of course, as usual, keep that local tab open, watch out who is around you and who is not. Because, well, you never know who is friend and who is foe, but Well, in any case, we shouldn't really get anyone in the site with us without any combat probes. So the thing is, we have these Black Ops agents, and we're gonna want to focus around on them. Fortunately, we have some spare acolytes in the drone bay, so even if we lose a few of them, we shouldn't really have much of a problem. But we still want to be a little bit careful with them. Lots of Black Ops agents. But yeah, as you can see so far, well, so good. It's not quite as straightforward as with the narcotics warehouse, but that is mainly because I am not exactly sure how to run this site as well as I did run that one. I have done thousands of narcotics warehouses, and this is the second or third Sancha 3 out of 10 that I actually run, so maybe there's that. But so far, so good. Our guns are doing okay. Our drones are not doing quite as alright, but the good thing is that we're running cheap drones that shouldn't really be expensive to get back again. So, no problem there. We're taking the damage quite alright. The drones are taking quite a bit of damage. We almost already lose one. And I am having to recall them quite often and resend them out. So we are getting some more damage. So I'm gonna go back outside this ring and try to see if I can actually get some damage off of me. Well, the drones are taking a big beating, and so are we. So yeah, let's get out of range a little bit. Oh, Black Ops Squad Leader, that's why. So we are going to send the infiltrators for him. Hopefully we are. He's really digging into them, but well, let's see. Damage. They don't do a lot of damage to him. Oof. He has some really high resistances, so we need to go get that one specially. So yeah, let's just launch all acolytes and get ready to change ammunition to short range to multi-frequency. Okay, now, thank you. And yeah, try to take him down as fast as possible. He's trying to take down our infiltrator. Let's get him back. And let's go see if we got any loot. Let's also change to longer range ammunition. Well, not much, but we got the command. So far we are happy. Of course, as usual, take a good look at local and just make sure that everything is somewhat clear. You don't want to have a lot of people in local running around with you while you're running these sites, so just be careful and consider that because we are in lowsec, anyone could just come around and try to take us down, and that's perfectly okay. You know, that's part of lowsec, part of being in lowsec, and that's the way the game plays in low sec. Also in high sec, just the main difference is that in high sec you want to have uh, not something worth ganking, worth a lot of money, so that it's actually worth the investment of the gankers to lose their ships. But in low sec, you just want to keep it as cheap as possible, just because you are very likely to lose it. To indeed, yes, lose it. So yeah, I'm gonna speed up a bit this part. So let's go into the next room and see what's it got waiting for us. As you can see so far, our drones are taking a little bit of a beating there, but well, nothing we cannot repair. So we should be all good. Black Ops, Black Ops, Black Ops. Heavy missile launcher. This is gonna be problematic. Status Black Ops, Black Ops, Black Ops. Hmm, okay. Let's begin. I'm gonna start up with the infiltrators just because there is so much drone damage. I want to get them in and get them back out as much as I can, as fast as possible, just so that they don't take that much damage. And I think it's definitely worth it to consider, changing the fit for a missile fit and seeing how well that actually does. Oh, and okay. We're gonna have to manual pilot the shit out of this one, but well, we most definitely can. But yeah, I think the missile launchers would actually be a very good addition to this feat. Because, well, as you can see, the long range is really going to be important. If we just took a ton of damage in that pass. Okay, let's try something like that one more time. Yeah, as you can see, this actually might be a little bit more difficult than we had expected at first. Maybe it is worth it to actually bring out a cruiser to do this. Let's check our resistances real quick. Well, EM and thermal are fairly high, so I don't know why this is still a problem here. Maybe with the missile launchers. Yeah. I think the problem is the missile launchers. But yeah, just recall your drones quite a lot and resend them out and lose quite a few amount of drones. Even, well, if you take two guys out and recall your drones and then keep at it again, you may not lose as many drones. But, well, so far, I think I've lost quite a few. Fortunately, they are just Tech 1 drones, so there is no real problem with this. And you might remember with the Algos, we didn't have so many missiles shooting at us, and I believe we do get a little bit of explosive damage there, which is our lowest resistance. But well, if we orbit this, apparently the damage is a lot more manageable. Yeah, we get a lot of damage from those missile batteries. But yeah, orbiting seems to be working actually fairly good. Oh, another one of our drones is getting a little bit of damage. And since they start taking a little bit of damage and suddenly take a lot of damage, I think it's because of the heavy missile batteries. Yeah, let's take another one out. Okay, let's go in to retrieve some loot. What do you say? Ah, and we have the Black Ops commander right on top of us. So yeah, let's start shooting at him. Let's get this drone that's taking damage. Oh, he's taking a little bit of a while to take down, but there you go, he is down. Black Ops Commander Wreck. Let's go get that one first. Let's just get rid of those batteries. But yeah, as you can see, we absolutely were able to take down the Black Ops Commander, and that completes the 3 out of 10 without any issues. Yep, that's it. That's the escalation done. And yeah, we can do it. We just need to be a little bit precise on what we do with this ship so that we are actually able to run it and not lose the ship, because there is a lot of damage on grid and you will get a lot of drone aggro. So that can be, well, really annoying, because also you don't want to use only lasers. You could use missiles, but so far I haven't been able to fit missiles into my feet, as here I will demonstrate. If I put in these Arbalest compact missiles, we get some CPU problems, and 6%, which is, well, quite a lot. So yeah, well, we didn't get anything from the Black Ops Commander, but well, you know how it is. It's the R&D. It's sometimes you get a lot, sometimes you don't get anything. And in the Minmeter series, we got extremely good loot drops. So yeah, maybe that's if balancing itself out. But yeah, as you can see, the Dragoon can absolutely do the 3 out of 10. I wouldn't say without a problem because we did lose a few drones and we did take a good amount of damage, and we're about to lose another drone because of that tank missile battery. But I'm just gonna stay around a little bit, loot everything while the drones take care of everything else. And yeah, let's get back to the rest. So, we were running some refuges and hideaways in order to get a few more escalations while also scanning down some sites to see what we were able to get. As you remember, we already made some, well, we already ran some lookouts and we are pretty much extra full. I think I'm gonna leave the escalation for tomorrow, but yeah, the cargo hold is very, very full. Let's just, I want to run really quickly the 3 out of 10. As you may remember, we actually ran one of these with the executioner, and I want to see how it compares an executioner, sort of your beginner, absolute beginner, T0 beginner level of combat exploration against a Dragoon, which would, well, I would consider to be a lot superior than the Executioner. So let's see, time wise, how well we do. So I believe we can now consider the site absolutely finished now that we have been able to open the red loot box. So yeah, you guys can judge for yourself. This is absolutely the next step in combat exploration. Very much recommended, and I have really been enjoying using this dragon. As you know, I love drone boats. My Algos in the Galente character has made me the most amount of ISK from any ship ever in Eve. And yeah, I really, really love destroyers. Destroyers are the category that have also made me the most amount of ISK. So they make me really, really happy. And drone destroyers, I think, are absolutely the best combination, especially when you can fit some guns. And yeah, as you can see, this ship has been absolutely amazing. I have absolutely loved it. And that puts an end to this episode of the series, the well-rounded Amara character. And we will be moving on for the next episodes to some cruisers, to some Amar cruisers. Please stay tuned for that. Also, consider giving me a like, a subscribe if you find it in your heart. Also, consider telling me if you want to see any particular feeds in the description below. Please do please do put them in the comments if there's something in particular you want to see or you want to see me try. And if it's any activities, as long as it's within my budget, I am absolutely willing to try on do it. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you also very much for watching. This has been the Alpha Life, and I will see you in the next one.